Welcome back, Fragrance Fiend here today, kicking off season 2.5 with a strong one. We've got Maison Francis Kurkdjian's OUD Satin Mood, an eau de parfum fragrance released in 2015, which has become extremely popular online over recent years. It's even gotten to the point where this floral amber fragrance has been picked up by teenagers now. Francis Kurkdjian describes this fragrance as a translation through perfume of a generous and shimmering world. But let's get right into the note breakdown. So it simply consists of violet, oud, damask, rose, vanilla, amber, accord, and benzoin. So let's give it a spray. Build quality is simple but lovely, pretty solid metallic cap. It is purple, but depending on the lighting it might either come up a little more blacker or lighter. Of course finished off by the gold writing. Impressive atomizer, MFKs always shoot out so much juice, you really don't need to overspray with these ones. So it opens up quite rich, syrupy sweet. If it was a liquid, you'd imagine this like with the viscosity of honey. This one has a super high concentration of rose, which really dominates in that opening. Alongside with that vanilla amber accord, it's really just a bit of a rose vanilla bomb. The benzoin also creeps into the mix, giving it a very resinous texture, a hint of that Middle Eastern vibe, but this is far from what I'd say like a traditional Middle Eastern fragrance is. They do make it pretty clear that this one does not contain real oud, as it is Middle Eastern inspired, but more so catered to, I guess, a bit more of a westernized audience. I guess you may be able to detect some elements which are more prominent in Middle Eastern perfumes, but that's mostly from the rose. As it drives down, the violet does creep in a bit more as the rose begins to fade, and it's that violet note which gives it its powdery softness. Often violet can really overtake a perfume even when used sparingly, but blended with rose they really fit together quite well. All that being said though, it's such an incredible perfume. The incredible thing about this scent, even though it's quite simple by nature, if you smell it you'll know exactly what it is after you've smelled it once. If you see somebody wearing it in public, you'll know it's OUD Satin Mood, which I guess is a massive goal for any perfume, to just be able to recognize a scent due to its iconic nature. Although it is nice, it is not for everyone. It can be very polarizing, especially due to its sweeter nature. I have actually smelled this on a few people before, and it's either incredible or absolutely disgusting. It is so easy for people to want to overspray this one, or to get the attention. They smell it in public and they try and replicate it, and they just go overboard to the point where it's just too much. And I can pretty much guarantee you, if you do more than 5 sprays of this, you're gonna have people running away from you. Anything less than though, after it's dried down, it's a very alluring, seductive scent. But the key to this one is definitely try it on your skin if it matches your skin chemistry, as it will change quite a bit depending on who wears it. That being said, even with a few sprays you will get at least 12 to 15 plus hours longevity. Even the sillage trail is enormous, it will linger meters behind you. I've even gone in to hug people and transferred the scent over to them for them to smell it on their jacket the next day, or a few days later. Even though it's not typically a fragrance I'd recommend to blind buy, you could probably get away with it if you like everything that I've mentioned so far. And even though it comes in 35ml, 70ml and 200ml, I would not really recommend buying more than 35ml of this one, as it will last you a very long time, especially since you should only wear this one in the midst of winter. Summer is an absolute no-go, autumn and spring depending where you are in the world, but winter is where it's worn best. It can be intrusive in a good way and a bad way, but this is not office safe, or any workplace really. So where Satin Mood delivers more of the floral side, we also have its sibling, Silk Mood, which has more of a woodier texture. I'll probably make a separate video where I compare the two and explain their differences more thorough. Even though Satin Mood is marketed as more unisex fragrance, to me it comes off a little more feminine, as it is more on that floral side, but online it seems guys love it even more. But remember, at the end of the day it's just a scent, it's more so traditional of what actually leans more masculine or feminine. So even though some may consider it a little more up there in price, I consider it great value since it will last you so long, and you only really need quarter the amount of sprays as any other niche fragrance. However, if you really like the scent profile and you want something a little more stripped back, then definitely go for like the body lotion or shower gel, and you'll still be smelling like the scent without having to invest in a perfume. There's also a third one in the collection simply called OUD, which is simply more of a spicier fragrance, but I don't see really too many people raving about that. What I would like to see from the brand is maybe OUD Homme, or something a little more traditionally masculine, like double down on the more animalic or fecal notes, or add some tobacco, coffee, or something to give it more depth. But anyway, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I will get to a review of Silk Mood eventually. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.